Welcome back to the Crypto Kingdom. This is London. You know, we've been covering Harmony One, which has over a 20 times your investment dollar return over the last month. It's phenomenal. Okay, so welcome to the club. Hit subscribe, hit notifications. We can bring you crucial information like yesterday. Yes, it was buried in a 1 hour video. What did we bring you? The exact acquisition price that you could have had on Harmony One. We literally gave you the exact figure that it literally dropped to, that you literally already could have made money on, a decent amount of money. All right, so in addition to that, it was just it's very difficult to time these things. I know some of these videos are long, but there's information in there that's just crucial. So to those of you who listened, and I know some of you did, you're very happy right now. Okay, so what we're looking at is this final rocket launch, this current countdown that we're in. And in terms of the countdown, I'm going to explain so that you can understand what's called like a frequency duration. Okay, now the red arrow kind of here in the middle, okay, the red arrow and the blue arrow right underneath it, okay, that is the estimated duration, okay, the period or the duration that I expect this channel, this price action to go before we have another uptrend. That's based upon the frequency duration of the prior price action. The yellow diagonal line that you'll see, I have cloned that. I also cloned the other ones, but I've cloned that and I've brought that over to the current price trajectory. And I want to be able to give you the dynamics of where this is headed, okay, where this is going, and at what points you can enter, you can exit, or where do you see it just going if you're holding and enjoying the Harmony story. We like holders. We like people who just want to add this to their portfolio. Who wouldn't if it's going up 20 times? It's phenomenal. So as we look at the carryover, first of all, that duration. Now, I estimated up until about 10 o'clock CST, Chicago, okay, in terms of Central Standard Time. I estimated that to be kind of the launch timing. What we did before then, I think, is interesting. We hit a trend line. If you look at the orange line, we have the two support levels, okay, and I'll bring up right in here, we have a support. We hit support. Right in here, we hit support again, okay? That's a double touch. That is a confirmation in terms of a potential trend line, an upward trend. And in terms of bullish, don't even ask. This chart is more bullish. It's more bullish than GameStop was. That's just a fact. It's not even disputable. More bullish than Bitcoin is. It's not in dispute. It's just a fact. Now, in terms of the triple touch here, we have a third touch here. Now, that is welcome news, I'm going to say, as long as we maintain the support of that orange upward sloping diagonal line, that price support line. I think we can actually outdo the price. And what I want to do is kind of walk you through the logic briefly so that you'll understand this. Now, this won't be an hour-long video. Look at the success parameter, okay? That success parameter is roughly, okay, that's roughly that inside, and this is the inside projection line of the previous rise in price, the previous spike in price that we saw. That projection line is calculated literally scientifically with the tools that I have at my disposal on the premium features of TradingView. If you don't have it, you might want to look into it. If you just like to learn what I already am using on TradingView with the premium package, you can learn. So look at the success on that. What did we get in the last trajectory up? This last rocket ride up. What did we get? Well, we got a 33% increase. Okay, over a period of time, about 1 day and 8 hours. Between 1 day and 5 hours, 1 day and 8 hours. So that was a success, mission success, absolutely. Now we have a little rocket here, okay? We're wanting to know when it's going to launch. We're wanting to know how high it's going to launch. For those of you that want to trade it, this is critical information. It's the type of information that the market maker in and around this market who's dealing this in and out, it's the type of information that he's dealing with to continue to attract attention in his product. We think it's a phenomenal product, both the actual tangible product in terms of the code and the software, the CEOs, the entire management team, and in terms of the Binance, the market makers. They're doing a great job, bang up job, guys. So what I want to say, since we cloned this yellow line, we can apply that from the previous channel. We can apply that from the previous ride. We can apply it to our high sloping down to a projected interval. Now at that interval, we're going to get to a price that would potentially be below the trend line that you see. So the fact that we have held that higher trend line is very positive. Okay, that's bullish. And we held it well. We had a really significant bounce to the upside on it. If we continue to hold that, which I anticipate technically that we will, unless some of you decide to take additional profits or you get scared, etc., the psychology will play on you. Some people will say, well, you had a bad prediction. Well, there was a lot of bad behavior. That's the way that people will typically look at a market. From a technical standpoint, I'm not going to be wrong technically. Down to the entry price, we were spot on, literally down to almost the exact price. So that's to your credit. Now, we would expect to see, I brought up that original projection in that success line along the top. If you see that, that's a mission success, okay? The rocket made it up at 33%. Now let's apply that over to the more recent, after the expiration or upon the expiration of the frequency or duration. We expect an additional, in that 1 day and 8 hour period at the end, we expect another 33%. Let's go on the data that we have, okay? On the representative model, the calculations that we have, let's extrapolate that and bring that forward. Well, that would bring us to, let's see, okay, that would bring us to somewhere around, if we go down all the way to the yellow indicator. Now we're above that. But if we went all the way down, that'd be 22 7/10 cents, all right? Now, if we were to do that above the line, I'm going to tell you, you're going to add on, and I could do this probably, let's see, how quickly can we do this? You're going to add on, let's see, that's 16.9, about 17 to about 17, 18. You're going to add on, that is going to be about 23.7. This target on top is going to be about 23.7. That's in line with my intuition. I want to see it crack the 23 cent mark. That's just what I want to see. It got close last time. It did get, I believe, this projection is just on TradingView. Some different platforms had it higher, above 22, almost to 23, etc. This time I expect, technically, based upon the empirical information, okay, I expect it to go above 23. In what kind of a time frame? You'll get into, well, what is the duration of the projection? We've gone into the duration of the downward trading cycle here. Just kind of, that's their breather. Just as we go and exercise, we can't exercise all day long. We need to sit and rest, right? This is essentially the market resting, okay, right in here. And it gets ready to what? Well, it's going to have to go work out again. We know that, right? And it's been working out exceptionally well. So the rocket is on standby. That's just the upward trajectory. When you hear that, that's just an imagery that people will use to try and say, yes, it's going to blast off, it's going to do well. So as we look at this duration and this frequency, remember we copied that over a day and 8 hours roughly, okay? 30 to 36 hours, 32, 36 hours was the last one. Now that may change slightly, okay? This upward trend line may affect that. Not only in the higher price target that we just calculated, I'm not going to show it, okay? I'm going to stay in line with the original technicals, but we did discuss 23. Now 30 may be on the map very quickly. This trend line can reset rapidly. What can also occur if if the wrong kind of clientele get involved in this type of an investment, you know, at some point the market maker may want to just kind of wipe the books for a minute and get a different crowd in. What we don't want to see, and I'll say this from everyone's standpoint, we don't want to see this get into a sideways trading channel to where it's literally stagnant, kind of to the tune of it's been in the same trading channel for 2 months. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that for the management team. We don't want to see that for Binance or Crypto.com or any of you. We don't want to get in a sideways trajectory. I believe that we can facilitate the market maker, and we can facilitate each other's interest and facilitate the CEO of Harmony One's interest, etc., in sticking to the principles of technical analysis, along with the fundamental analysis that we do, but not jumping in necessarily. I see a real big purchase here, and I'll bring this up as a for instance. Now, what was this bounce along the trend line? Well, someone got in and put a lot of cash into it and dumped right back out and tried to make a quick buck. Now this was around the it's predictable, okay? This was right around the figure that I told people you could get in at. Now if people just collectively got in, cranked up the price, and got out quickly for 10%, I think the market maker's probably looking at you. Now that's the big head honcho in charge of the market on this, okay? It's a desk. And this is probably one of his prized possessions, in addition to some really great other stuff he's working on. But he likes to have a good coffee, a good meeting over this Harmony One. It's doing phenomenally well. All the plans are working out. He's going to respond to your input, but he also has the control over the market. People think, they do say, 96, 97% of people in the long run typically lose when they handle their own money in the markets, okay? So there's a psychology to it. You're not on that side of the desk. As much as we can kind of understand their side of the desk and bring that information to you, we think it's critical. So in terms of the technicals, in terms of the application of the empirical information, that's what we want to bring to you. We don't want to bring to you a far-off guess, something that's not founded, something that can't be backed up by due diligence or some degree of scientific application. And I keep using the word scientific because, I'm not a financial advisor. I do have a background in empirical research and data-driven studies, and I have a successful trading background as well in terms of owning my own hedge fund. So that's the bottom line. I enjoy Harmony One. I also enjoy Bitcoin quite a bit. I'll tell you guys, I enjoy Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. So that's just the truth on that. We'll bring some more videos on Bitcoin. For right now, you guys see the rocket. It's kind of in that third slot over. If we have the first slot being over here, the second slot, those have already launched, okay? This is kind of the third slot, isn't it? Yeah. So we need that to kind of come to fruition here, and for that to happen, I need this projection line. I need price to stay above this projection line, okay? So that'll be real fundamental and key as we look towards the success of this mission. You see that curved line, the projection line. I need it to maintain and stay above that to keep the momentum. It may be greater than that. I'll say that due to the trend line. It kind of has constricted some of the price action, and we may actually see a greater upside. Now that'll be up to you guys and be up to the market maker. In terms of the entry price, do recall that I told you some good information. I think I've told you a lot of good information. I hope you think so, and I've gotten some good feedback in the comments to that tune. So to all of you on April Fools, be kind to people. If you want to make a joke, don't put a bat in anyone's bed, and I mean like a physical creature, like a bat, or don't do anything that could, really, that's what's the other idea? Maybe I don't know what else. I have a good idea. That's a random idea. I won't talk about whatever happened to me in terms of an April Fool, but don't freak anyone out too bad, because you'll never forget. They'll never forget you for having done something awful like that. All right. So just keep it keep it dignified. But if you'd like to, in the comments section, maybe drop me some ideas you have for April Fools, or what's the worst April Fools you ever did to someone, or that someone ever did to you. I'd be interested in knowing that. And before someone would throw a literal bat in bed with me, I'm not going to talk about it. All right, it was weird, huh? You meet weird people out there, especially you see them on YouTube all the time. I'm not so sure that everybody's on the up and up. We try to be here at the Crypto Kingdom. Hey, and one more idea. I wanted to bring up somebody. Good guy. This is that you're looking at right now, the Moon. Check out the Moon. He's on to Bitcoin, and he's done a great job. He has increased his worth from $0 to $1 million in a period of time, I think 3 years through trading. So he's done well. Good job. Good job. Those are the institutional, clientele that you start to recruit from a hedge fund perspective. What we like is that he has a Kingdom shirt on. That's pretty cool, huh? So we noticed that today, and you guys are like, what's the Kingdom, the Crypto Kingdom? I don't know. He's got 369,000 subscribers. That's cool. Hey, Moon, what's up? Carl, nice to see you. I know your channel's very popular. I bring him up because he was shadow banned. So I don't think he's one of the guys that you need to worry about online. Him and MM Crypto, those are some good guys to look at. Let's build up a good reputation here online. I like a clean environment. I like something that kids can watch, something that anyone from a high schooler to a college student could learn from. A lot of the skills or a lot of the techniques that we're using can apply to a lot of things. I threw some rockets on here. I just thought, that'd be kind of cool for today, because everyone talks about the rockets, the moon shot, whatever it is. It's a good. We may change those tomorrow. Maybe we'll make something even cooler out of them. I just don't want to get too technical and scientific because you'll start to kind of tune out. So even in spite of you potentially making money, you'll think that your comfort is probably more important. We just do this. Yeah, I don't have time to do that. That's too scientific for me. You're looking for the answers. Huh? We're trying to deliver answers from a scientific standpoint. There's nothing wrong with that. So you guys have a good and safe April Fools. If you've done something to someone else, if it's funny, I'd like to hear about it in the comments section. Maybe we'll feature it. We do feature some of the users here. And you'll say, a lot of people say, well, you have such small amount of subscribers. It's kind of like the Twitter right now. We probably have 2,000. And the number of people that follow me that I block is really phenomenal. We just have a good block ratio because I'm not into all the different investors. And I hate to say that, but all the different kind of cultures that's out there. I'm not prude or picky or anything like that. I just like to have a good, clean time. And, something that's not going to get everybody in trouble. That's the last thing I want to do, any scams or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with a great investment. And, the alternative to a great investment a lot of times is troublesome on a lot of different levels. So you guys continue to enjoy your holdings and your trading and Harmony One. It's going to be an exciting day. I'll probably update you later, too, and we'll touch back base and let's see if we can get that rocket up out of the stratosphere, and if we can see that success, if I can bring you back a green check mark over the top of a new projection line, and we can start stacking these successes with our calls in terms of the entry prices, it's going to be phenomenal. So you guys take care. Appreciate your time this morning, and have a safe April Fools, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.